What's up, y'all? So I'm gonna give you supernatural testimony number 3 out of this series that I've been doing, because I've had a very supernatural life, and a lot of crazy things happen. So I'm gonna share. This is the third one. For those of you that have been watching, the other ones are on my profile. If you scroll down, I'll go ahead and add them to YouTube as well, so it's easier to find. Alright, so this one, I had a dream about Jesus, and it was his personal call to me to follow him. So I had this dream. I was asked by my old pastor to help be his assistant and stuff, so I told him I'd think about it and pray about it because I still was living for myself a little bit. I wasn't on drugs, none of that stuff, but I still was chasing girls and stuff like that. And so I knew that if I was going to be his assistant, that I needed to stop everything and be solid. And this was years and years ago. I don't know, 6 years ago maybe or so. Maybe 5, something like that. So anyway, I prayed about it. And then that night I had a dream that I was in this huge warehouse. As far as the eye could see, it was huge, but it was indoors in this warehouse, and there was this stream like snaking through the whole entire warehouse, and it was about shin high. And there was a bunch of fish swimming around in the stream. There was like trout, is what it looked like. And then there was people in sackcloth, little families and random people, like just sprinkled throughout the building, the warehouse. Like washing their laundry or whatever in the stream, playing in the stream, whatever they're doing. There wasn't a ton of people, but there was people just like sprinkled throughout there. But they were in sackcloth, which that represents repentance. So I am a hunter and fisher in real life, and I'm quick, athletic, and I'm good at hunting. I'm good at fishing, and so I wanted to catch one of these fish in my dream with my bare hands. So I'm standing in this shin high water in this stream, in this warehouse, and I'm reaching for these fish, trying to snag them, trying to snatch one up. And I was getting frustrated because I was missing. I couldn't get it. I'm like, why can't I get this thing? And I'm down here going after it. And then the next thing you know, while I'm looking down in the stream, I saw sandals. And then I started looking up slowly, and I seen a white robe, and I get eye level, and I'm looking eye to eye with Jesus. And he reached down very slowly, gently, grabbed one of the fish, and he's holding it. And he said, Cody, before you can lead, you must follow me. And he handed me the fish. And I woke up. The crazy thing is about it, that's kind of how the disciples were fishing and everything. They got called, and he gave them a whole bunch of fish in the net and said follow me, sell everything and follow me. And so I knew that was my call, to follow Christ, to drop everything, follow him, and go after this. So that's what I began to do. I'm going to go ahead and share one other thing in this, since that was short. I'm going to share one other thing. Some of you may have heard this. I also had another dream later in this walk, not a dream, a vision, out of body experience more. And it was about hell. And I was sitting on my couch one day and I was praying, Lord, help me to love people like Jesus does. I wanted to love for their souls. And so I prayed that. And that moment I prayed that, this was a few years after that dream. And after I prayed that, instantly I was out of my body and I was in hell. And it was like I was really there. It wasn't like a dream or a normal vision. It was like I was there. And I was standing on this rock cliff thing in hell. And I looked out and there was a sea of people. And it was a river, like a very wide river full of people, a river of fire. And there were so many people in it, you couldn't even see the fire underneath it. They were very skinny, emaciated. They had no faces, but it was all these people's souls. And they were screaming. There's nothing like it on earth that matches the screams of what this sounds like. The closest thing I've ever heard is if you YouTube the hole in Siberia, that the hole to hell in Siberia, and they put a microphone down it to see what they heard, and they heard screams and stuff. Those screams and that is literally what I heard, only I heard it in ultra high definition, not all muffled. And these people are swimming over the top of each other. Just so many people there, elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, and they're swimming over the top of each other, screaming. And I didn't feel any pain. I didn't feel any heat. And I don't know how long I was there, but it was absolutely terrible. And I just stood there like I was looking through the eyes of Christ, watching these people suffering and trying to scream and get out and figure out how they could get out, and they're being in so much pain, burning. And eventually I came back to my body, and I was sitting on my couch again, and I was right there, and I knew instantly why God took me there. And it was because I didn't although I didn't feel pain, I didn't feel heat, any of that stuff, I felt such pain in my heart for those people. And I knew Christ was showing me the love he has for every person, even for those people in hell. He even loves them, and he let me feel every bit of love he had for those people in hell that have no way out. And I sat on my couch and I just cried for, I think it was 3 or 4 hours straight, just bawling, because I felt so much pain for those people that they had no chance. They were done, and I got to feel that love. He let me feel that. And later, it took a couple years, and I've asked God, why didn't they have any faces? And I know there's different testimonies, different things of people that they have faces in different compartments of hell, and I think hell is very vast, and there are different levels of it and compartments of it and tortures, and so different everywhere for everyone depending on the way you've lived on earth. But the part I saw, they didn't have faces. They kind of look like those demon things on the movie Constantine, if you've ever seen those. But it was like less of a face, more blank face. But that's what the bodies look like. And so I prayed, why, Lord? And finally, a couple years later, I got the answer why they didn't have faces. He said, hell is the absence of me. It's the absence of love. It's the absence of me. And you were made in my image. My image is not in hell. I was like, whoa. This is complete opposite of the image of God. It was a complete opposite of being around in his presence. And even the hell that we experience on earth, there's still God's presence here. He's still in the creation. In hell, it was absolutely terrible. And so that, after I've been called to lead people out of hell, and this testimony, it gets so deep in the things God's shown me and the things I've experienced. But that will be the video number 3 for today. It's very real stuff. The spirit realm's more real than the physical realm. Share this out. Hopefully this helps somebody in some way. If you've had a similar experience, put it in the comments. Follow if you want some more content like this. I love you guys. God bless you.